Starting Win was something that I kind of always wanted to do. I had to kind of learn how to do my own makeup because I had to show up in all these different countries. Literally no one in the country was my complexion. When I'm wearing my liquid eyeliner, I don't need it to move. I needed to just kind of stay for the whole 3-hour match of me just pouring down sweat. If there's any way to put like a W on this,
Guys, get into this makeup look by Serena Williams. She really outdid herself this time. Like, look at the brows, honey. You see the brows? Flawless. That match. None of that ashy stuff. The mascara? Try when I tell you I don't have no lashes. She had me looking beat, girl.
This is the darkest shade of the Wig Beauty Foundation. Let's give her a blend to see what she's giving. You see this? You see this? This is her first complexion launch. And you know why it's so good? She's a black woman. That's what I'm talking about.
I like them hard, I like them full, I like them strong. I'm talking about my brows. I promise. So when I do my brows, I like them full. I know you guys give me slack about it, but it's how I like my brows. You gotta do what you like.
This is the Word of Mouth Max Comfort Matte Lipstick.
Wow, this is amazing.
And it really has to do with the brush, you guys. I mean, this does no justice to it.
And this is a game changer right here. Serena, you really, really did it with this one because I love the product.
Hey, Serena girl, we see you.
All right. BeautyCon Essence, y'all look beautiful out here. Hello? Can I get some energy? Hello? So I'm your host, I'm Kaylin Charbonnet, and we have a really big special panel for y'all next. This is the Passion to Profit. Do y'all know why we're here? None other than the only iconic tennis superstar is here, Serena Williams. Can I get a little noise? A little energy? So iconic on and off the court, tennis superstar Serena Williams is here to share her journey from player to slayer, right? She has dropped this brand called Win Beauty, and don't we all want to win? We all winning. Y'all winning. Y'all looking good, right? So discover where her passion for beauty began, the steps she took to turn her dreams into a thriving business, and the significance of a moving, centered beauty brand in today's world. But first, allow me to introduce our moderator, Ms. Kari Champion. She is a distinguished broadcast journalist and television personality who has significantly impacted and advanced the sports media industry for broadcast. Everyone, let's go ahead and give a warm welcome to Kari Champion and Serena Williams.
Y'all showed up. You guys showed up, and you look well. Everybody looks really good. My name is Kari Champion. I am the moderator for this lovely fireside chat with the best that there is, in my opinion. I have one small story, so you guys have to give her proper love. Serena Williams, at the beginning of my sports career, was one of my favorite heroes. I worked at the Tennis Channel, and I covered her as she was the world #1. And how she went on with her career has been something that's truly extraordinary. And she's been generous and she's been kind to me, so this is an honor for me to sit here and talk to her about life after tennis, this lovely beauty line, You all know that she's, and I'm not even going to say one of the greatest tennis players. She's one of the greatest athletes of all time. One of the greatest athletes of all time. And if you talk to me, I'll tell you the number one because of what she's been able to do. 23 Grand Slams in the open era. World number one for over 300 weeks. Talk to me. We're not doing that anymore. And you guys, you know Wimbledon is going on right now. This is the first time since 1996 that a Williams sister was not at Wimbledon. I know, it's sad, right? But she's here with us. Without further ado, let's welcome the Queen, Serena Williams, to the stage. Look at this. They showed up big for you. You over to the left, to the left. Serena, did they show up?
Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Hi, everyone.
Serena, look at all of these people. We get the skirt.
Wrong direction.
Got to get the skirt right. Got to get our skirt right. Before we start, I mentioned to everyone what this moment means for me, but for them as well. One of the greatest athletes of all time. You recently retired. How has retired life been?
I evolved. I didn't necessarily retire. I feel like I'm a little too young to retire.
Yeah.
But I had an evolution into a different life. I'm a mom, and I definitely want to spend a lot of time with my kids. And it's so fun. I just love being with them so much.
Congratulations on #2, you guys. She just recently had one.
Yes. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, that means a lot to me. And also, we'll talk about some of the stuff that I'm doing. I'm doing a ton of stuff in the business world, and that kind of is one of the reasons why I'm here.
Yes, this is why we're here, because as you well know, Serena has been very vocal about starting businesses and helping young women start businesses, women in general, with Serena Ventures. Can you tell everyone about Serena Ventures?
Yeah, well, I started Serena Ventures about 5.5 years ago, and my goal was to invest in women. I was, at the time, this was a while ago, at the time I learned, I was at this huge conference, and there was all these people speaking, and the CEO of JP Morgan Chase was on the stage, and he was interviewing the CEO of Clear, and they were talking about, and her name is Karen, and Karen had said that less than 2% of all VC money went to women. And I thought that she was mistaken, or I thought that she had misspoke, but it turns out she didn't. That was at the time. That was about 7 years ago, or maybe 8 years ago. The number hasn't drastically changed, but it is moving up. But I felt like the only way to change that number is to be the person writing the checks. And so I think I think that we can make such a big difference. For me, is like, if people writing the checks look different on their skin, and they, are different, then they're obviously going to write to people that look like them. So I think
that's right.
It wasn't anything negative for me. It was just like changing the narrative, changing who are actually distributing funds. And with our fund, we invest in everyone. I really, truly believe in diversity, of everyone having a seat at the table. But it's who you hire at the table. The people that you hire they look at companies different. Women tend to look at companies different. We tend to invest differently. And we have a few people on our team, and it's been really fun to invest in other women, to invest in men, to invest in people of color. It's been something that, just embracing that, to invest in everyone. We really don't care what we like. We invest in great companies, and so it's been really fun.
You have been very successful on and off the court, clearly. She's been successful on and off the court. And when you have a platform, it's really beautiful to create the change that you want to see. So we thank you for doing that. We really do.
Thank you. Yeah.
I have to get into what we are all here for, because we want to, all I do is win. I don't think we have the rights to that, do we?
Yeah.
We can't, I can't sing that, can I?
Well, we are friends, so I don't think he would be that mad.
Win Beauty, a new company, brand new, launched about 3 months ago. Talk to us about the company, talk to us about the product and the inspiration.
Yeah, well, so when I played tennis, it was, for me as an athlete and at the time as a tennis player in particular, tennis is obviously a solo sport. And one of the things that I always tried to do was try to represent myself the best that I could while I was on the court. And that wasn't always very easy. So I would always try to find the best eyeliners that would last through, Wimbledon 3 sets, and just pouring sweat. And rain delays and all this crazy stuff. And I also tried to find the best mascaras. And so I would go down this path of just finding makeup that would really last for a very long time. And it was crazy. I used to make my own skin tint. I would grab a foundation and I would put a sun cream on it to try to just, because I could never find anything in my color or anything, especially 20 years ago,
moisturizer also, right? That's something that you were looking for, or what?
Yeah, well, because they were out there, but I could never find anything that matched me and that looked good on me. And also, we're talking about 10, 15, 20 years ago. So it was just a different time in the world, and this was always something that I was passionate about. Anyway, so fast forward a few years, and when beauty came in fruition in my mind, because I was still playing tennis, but this was about 5 years ago, before COVID even happened, and just trying to understand what I would like to bring to life and what I would like to see in terms of beauty and kind of my play on it. Yeah. So obviously I was inspired by tennis balls, because I kind of have this love affair with tennis.
We love.
And tennis will always mean so much to me. It's the reason why, frankly, I'm here, and so I just love the sport, and I always felt like what means the most to me, and that kind of was a lot of the inspiration behind our chartreuse.
I noticed that, and this is something, like I said, longtime fan, obviously covered you for so long. You have always been into beauty and fashion. This isn't a new venture for you. You have, most recently, I saw you in Paris looking amazing, walking the runway. Did y'all see that?
Thank you.
On the Twitter and the
so
socials?
fun.
Oh, socials. We don't say Twitter no more.
Yeah. That was fun.
You looked amazing. So where did that inspiration come from? When did you decide, I love beauty, I love fashion, this is something I want? As someone and I don't even want to say growing up in Compton, but just living all over the world.
Well, you kind of had to be fabulous growing up in Compton, obviously.
You had to be. Okay.
There were so many amazing things coming out of Compton.
They not like us, but go on.
Yeah, can't everyone be like us. But but it was so cool, because my mom was always someone that I always looked up to, and she didn't have a lot of time for beauty, but the little time that she did have, she always was, what's the word, presentable? She always looked really nice.
Yes, yeah.
And so, I don't know, I think that kind of made a lasting effect on me, and I always just been into it. Just talk about a junkie. I kind of just want to get out of here and just kind of visit this whole place. But yeah, so it's always something that I've been truly just so passionate about. And even, like I said, years and years ago, I didn't know it was called tinted moisturizer, but that's kind of what I was doing, and that was really fun. But yeah, it's just something that I've always been passionate about.
Well, then you take these two passions, and I have to remind everybody, I would remember, and you watched her play tennis. How do you, as an athlete, and I know women think about this all the time, specifically with your beauty line, you want to create something that lasts. I'm working from morning till night. I want to look good throughout the day. That's something I don't think a lot of brands take into consideration. And for you, that was top priority?
Yeah, so I like the word active beauty, because, first of all, there's so many people in the beauty business right now, and I was like, if this is what I want to do, what really speaks to me? What is authentic to me? What are things that I really would use? And I'm like, well, I'm a very active individual. I love kind of working out, but even throughout that, my life now is way more active than it has been, because I'm also a mom, and so I'm driving the kid to school, and I'm picking one up, and then the other one is a little baby, so I'm with her, and just showing up every day. I don't necessarily want to put on a full face of makeup, but I want to put something on that I can wear every day and that can last. So for me, it's about lasting. And more than anything, I wanted a clean makeup. So everything in our line is completely clean, because that also means a lot to me. I'm very picky about what I put on my face. I think that we should all really look into long-term, what are we actually putting on our face, because it can affect us long-term. So it's really important for me to have clean makeup. And then in addition to that, it needs to last long. I genuinely, in my day, don't have time. And between everything I'm doing, running a business, having kids, and I also cook. So I am the chef of the house. So, but I don't cook on Wednesdays since we order pizza.
Okay, we got that.
Yeah.
No Wednesday cooking.
And I have takeout on like Thursdays.
Okay, so we cook 2 days a week?
I mean, my husband does the weekends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how to take it out.
So we cook when we can.
Yeah.
We cook when we can.
Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, and Fridays. Sometimes on Fridays. Not all the Fridays.
Wait, every lady in the audience is like, yes,
You know.
I understand. I understand. When I get there. It's interesting because you talk about...
I gotta get serious.
Okay,
I'm serious now.
It's very important right now. First of all, this is Serena. When she said she's evolving, Serena evolved is fun, Serena. Serena evolved is, you were always fun, but I like to see you on the hot ones, eating wings, like all the things. This is a good season, no? Is this not a beautiful season?
It is. It's the summer of win, so it's a summer of fun. It's a summer of beauty. I just want to have a good time, and life is precious, and, you know, I just enjoy it.
I agree with you. Talk to us about, as you build WIN, the foundation. I've met some of the people that work with you backstage. Very fortunate, amazing group of women. What are the pillars or the ethos of this foundation? Even though you've talked to us about Serena Ventures, I'm pretty sure when you put this together, you had in mind something that represented you also on the inside, not just physically.
So there's so many answers to that question. Obviously, I wanted something that could represent me, the way I look, my skin color, and everyone out there as well, people that look like me, and also people that don't. So I wanted to make sure it's kind of built like my VC company at diversity. In addition to that, for me, it's super important to have women involved on that back end. Because that makes sense as well in terms, you look at the best companies, there's women, there's men, there's everyone involved on the back end as well, and really people that are passionate about makeup, people that share my passion, people that understand my idea of active beauty, which is just something that's fresh in the market and that's totally different, but it's something that is really unique. So yeah, for me it was just finding the perfect match and the perfect mesh of people that could all come together and just work on that vision.
When you say on the back end, are you talking about suppliers, people who come in and...
Yes, people mostly that works on the team as well, because when you're building a company, first of all, I have really big goals, and my goals are always sky high, but I want the people a part of the company to be a part of the big win. And so that, oh, no pun intended, but to be a part of that. And so for me, it's really important to make sure that we are making sure that everyone working in behind the scenes, people that are working in front, is diverse, women, men, like everyone that can be a part of it.
There are a lot of people in the audience right now who have the same vision of creating or have a product that they've tried to create, not necessarily just this particularly, but in the beauty world. What advice are you giving them to get a good start, a good sound start as a businesswoman?
Yes, I think, first of all, nothing can beat hard work. I mean, that kind of sounds cliche a little bit, but hard work is the #1 thing, and having a plan, I think, is another thing. My dad always says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And this is really true. So, you know, definitely having a plan and having ideas and understanding that it doesn't happen in a snap of the fingers. For every company that you see made it within a year, there's probably 20,000 companies that didn't make it at all. And then other ones, even more, that are just making it on a different level, like growing basically. And so those are literally 1 in a billion type companies. And it seems like you see a lot of that. And so it seems like, oh, I can just, you know, win quickly. And that's not necessarily what it is. You really have to kind of get in there and put a lot of hard work into it.
Hard work is important, and I hope everyone in here really heard that message, because even at your level, you understand how difficult it is to make something come true. People think you can just make it happen.
Yeah, everything that I do now is, you know, for the brand, and, you know, just talking about it, how much I love it, you know, because I truly, really am obsessed with it. Like, it's not even healthy at this point.
Let's take my... Should we?
Hands off.
Yeah, no, I can't touch it. You know what the best part is? You're going to give a demonstration.
Yes, yes.
So you guys are going to, the people who are here, you all will have an opportunity. You all will have an opportunity to witness WIN, to witness Serena talk about the products that she loves the most, things that she thinks are amazing for us. And before we do that, I got a couple of more quick questions for Serena. If you guys want to tell me, does somebody in the audience want to scream out one appropriate question for me to ask her? What? You go right here.
Wow. Hi.
So he said, how do you think your beauty line inspires young girls as you live in all these different worlds, in short?
Yes, and he also said he was from Los Angeles. So
Shout out to LA. We just
out to
Los
LA.
Angeles to make it important. How many people from LA in the house? Did we get a rate? Okay, me too.
That's a really good question. It feels like you came prepped for that one, so good job. You know, for me, it's just about being who you are and being very authentic, and I feel like it's important for young people, no matter who you are, to always just be you and to not kind of feel like you have to fold to the forms of what people think you should be or fold to the forms of what people think beauty is, or beauty is however you make it. And I truly believe that not only beauty, but everything is how you make it. And if you look at it your way and your perspective, it doesn't matter what anyone says, you know, just always keep a positive attitude and just understand that that's, you know, just be okay to be you, and it is okay to be you.
In a world today where they want you to be anything else, you have done nothing but represent yourself truly to who you are. And so that is the message which we appreciate and we receive from you. Thank you for saying that.
Thank you.
Can we talk about, or I don't know, can we talk about the They Not Like Us, or should we?
The what?
The They Not Like Us song, or?
Oh, I love that song. That's
It's
like the hit of the summer. Woo. When they play that jam, I'm jamming.
Yeah.
That jam is jamming.
Do you remember the time you crip walk?
Oh, yeah. I do it all the time.
Oh,
but I do remember the one time.
No, but she's like, excuse me, I'm crip walking all the time. And does that song get a crip walk or two
Oh,
from
absolutely, yeah. No, it is definitely, you're definitely crip walking to that song. It's so cool what he did, though, bringing everyone to the stage.
How he united
that was
everyone.
incredible.
It was a
I
great
honestly, from Compton, I couldn't believe it.
Well, that was what I was
Really
getting
incredible,
at. I mean,
yeah.
he really, and you put Compton on the map. We got DeMar DeRozan, we have Kendrick Lamar doing it. The city has so much special meaning outside of just its history with rap culture. How do you feel about that city and what it means to you?
I mean, growing up in Compton was a special time. I mean, we grew up around the time it was Dr. Dre and Eazy-E, if you guys remember, and then Snoop Dogg was in Linwood, which is literally the next street over from where we lived in Compton, so we were like right on the line. People on the other side of the house were in Linwood, and our side was Compton, so it was just like, it was such an amazing time to just, and I was really young, but I still remember like how cool it was, and just, you know, just being a part of that culture, and then growing up in that era and training on those Compton courts, and even training in Watts, and then you go and you talk to people like Dre, and they're like, oh, we remember passing by, and they're like, no way, you know, and it's just crazy, like how small that was, and all these amazing artists and athletes all coming out from this one tiny city that just means so much. So it's just really cool memories and just really cool things to just look back on.
I think that's special because you definitely, along with others, but you and your sister definitely put Compton on the map. We appreciate that. Thank you for the question from Los Angeles.
Yes.
What we're going to do now is we're going to take a bit of a break because Sophia Dennis is coming out, and we are going to do another display, if you will, of makeup. Then.
Yes.
You guys give it up for Serena. She's not going to go anywhere.
So much.
Just go to the back. She's going to get some beauty products, and we're going to do it right for y'all. Be right back in just a few minutes.
All right.